Jackie Frank, everybody!
Alright, thank you, our friend Jared, our great host tonight, funny guy. So, for those of you who don't know, I'm Jackie Frank. And everybody who's not here from BNI just got another absence. So, I'm glad you're all here. So, I just turned 40. 11 years ago. And that loud noise you just heard was not my mother shooting Donald Trump. It was her falling off her chair because I just told 200 people I am 51. But it's not my age, let's be honest, it's about her age. Because if I'm 51, she's got to be at least 52. Right? So if I got up here instead and said, you know, I did an 8-ball last night, picked up 2 ex-cons, had a threesome, and they're still asleep in my apartment, she'd be much happier. She would say, that's so adorable, but I hope you didn't tell them you were 51. So, I'm from Queens, Jewish girl, Rockaway Beach. Give it up to Rockaway Beach, my friend Mark. So back then, everything was a lot bigger. I had big hair, I had a bigger nose, I had bigger everything. So I'm not going to say my mom condoned plastic surgery. She required it. So when most moms were taking their kids to dance class and ice skating, she was taking me for Botox. Right? Because at the end of the day, we all have to look as young as possible. So I have an older brother. He's 5 years older than me, which makes him 38 on Tinder. And the poor guy goes up to see my mom the other day, right? And she's across the street, and he's yelling to her, and he's like, Ma! Ma! And she doesn't hear him. He's like, Ma! He's like, oh, you know, Mom looks great. You know, she's a cross between Britney Spears and a young Pamela Anderson, but she's going deaf. So he goes across the street, and he's like, Ma, didn't you hear me? She goes, of course I heard you, but I'm not turning around for a 50-year-old guy waving mommy across the street. Could you imagine how old the neighborhood would think I am? We go to her funeral, her best client, 97-year-old woman. You can't believe how successful. She owned the whole Upper West Side. I think she won a Pulitzer Prize, and at one point, she was the mayor, right? So we go up to pay our respects. We go up to the coffin, and we're looking in the... And I say to her, so what do you think? She says she looks stunning in the box. So I'm a big fan of Tinder. I have to be honest, I was pretty active for a while. I could probably teach a course at the 92nd Street Y. I met my boyfriend on Tinder. We're in love. So I'm not on Tinder all that much anymore. So I'm not on Tinder as much as I was before. Don't know. I know we have some people in here who might not have seen it, right? You swipe left if you don't like someone, right if you do. And, you know, in the beginning, we really take our time to read the profiles. We care, you know, if they're an Aries. We care, you know, if, you know, what their beliefs are. And we look at the pictures, and then we start going crazy, right? Left, right, left, right. We don't really care. We're like blackjack dealers in Vegas. So one night I'm going crazy on Tinder, of course, before, you know, I met my boyfriend, and I accidentally swipe right on my brother. And I'm like, oh. So I gotta call him up. Now here's the thing, I fall into his demographic, because I'm 23 to 33, petite and naturally blonde. So I call him up, I'm like, listen, Michael, don't panic. Take a deep breath. I gotta just tell you something. Last night, I accidentally swiped right for you on Tinder. He's like, I'm not shocked. Last night, I deliberately super liked you. So I called my mom. You know, she's great. I said, so Ma, you know, Michael and I liked each other. She goes, that's adorable. When are you guys going out? I think, you know, nothing more that she would like than us, you know, saying we were younger as if we dated, because she would know her mother-in-law would be gorgeous. So, you know, a couple of things with Tinder, though, that are a problem. You know, when I was kind of busy on Tinder, you know, dating a lot, I might have been dating more than one guy at a time. And the problem is everybody has different grooming tastes, right? So you know what I mean, down there. Right? So Monday night, you know, you have to date the guy who likes nothing down there. Right? You have to wait till Friday to date the guy who likes a little bit down there. I think you guys call it a landing strip. And you gotta wait a whole month to date the guy who likes everything down there. Now the good news is they only let you into the old age home once a month anyway. Those are the only guys, now my married friends, I know you don't get this joke because you only show it to them once a month anyway, so you don't have to worry about that. Right? Let me think. So if you ask my mom the secret to her happiness in life, I mean, let's be honest, it's all about good, tight skin. Right? What's more important than that? So the other day, you know how you get, your parents don't necessarily know emails quite as well as you do. So I get this email, it has no subject matter. It's in the morning, no good morning. It's just, go to the store, buy a bottle of seltzer, pour it into a bowl, and submerge your head fully in that bowl. So I just say, for how long? She goes, until you can't breathe. Right? So at the point that I have to asphyxiate myself to tighten my skin, I hope she thinks I'm stunning in the box.